I've struggled with my weight most of my life, and I always saw myself as not worthy because I was bigger than other people. It started as far back as kindergarten. I remember people laughing at me and making fun of me behind my back about my weight. It affected every aspect of my life, and it deprived me of fully living. When I was in high school, I secretly loved to dance and I wanted to join the theater class, but I stopped myself because I was afraid of what people would think. I fell in love and got married, but I hated the way I looked in my wedding photos and I only shared them with a few people. But when I started to go to therapy, I realized I can love myself despite the number I see on the scale. I even found the courage to go on TikTok and document my journey. It was the first time that I truly allowed myself to be seen. I always thought that when I lost the weight, I would be deserving of love. But now I know that loving myself is an inside job, and I will never allow the number on the scale to dictate my worth again.
What a wonderful way to start this show. Hannah joins us from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So Hannah, again, 3 minutes in, I'm already crying, a live show. And I have to tell you, these are tears of joy watching that journey that you've shared. I do want to start, though, in the beginning, childhood, because for so many people, when you think about the struggle to love oneself, it starts with something traumatic in childhood. And so many kids can relate today to what you experienced. Do you think that the adults around you who, as you said, looked different, treated you and looked at you in a different way, do you think they were aware of what was happening? Did you ever speak up?
I didn't speak up as a child. I didn't know I could
Yeah.
at that point. I thought this is the way it is. This is the way it goes when you are in a larger body.
You know, I think a lot of times with kids, and we've all heard that, oh, that's baby, quote, fat, or they'll grow out of it, as a way to make kids feel better about their bodies or that there's a long life ahead of you. Did you ever hear folks say, don't feel bad about it. It's just a stage. Did you have any of that kind of encouragement?
Yes, I actually remember vividly in fourth grade talking to one of my friends. We were at recess, and I was telling her, I don't like my stomach. It's bigger than hers.
Mm.
I don't like it. And I remember her saying, "Oh, my mom says that is just baby fat. Don't worry about it. We're gonna grow out of it." And yeah,
When did you start to experience that feeling of, I'm not worthy or I'm different and something is wrong with me?
I would say as early as kindergarten, I felt that I was different from the other kids. I was bigger. I looked different.
And
So that made me feel like I wasn't worthy.
that went through obviously most of your life, your high school life. Um, when you were home alone or when you were, I guess, looking at, do I go into sports or you love to dance and those moments that you enjoyed, describe that feeling of loneliness, I imagine, when you can't have the life you want to have because of the weight.
I felt so isolated from the things I love, the people I wanted to be with who would share my interests.
Mm.
I didn't know where to turn or what to do at that point, and it was easy for me to go to food as a comfort when I was in that isolation.
You went on and managed, though, to have a wonderful life in so many ways. And when I see those wedding pictures, I mean, to know that you didn't want to show those photos to people, that just hit my heart because you look so happy, you look so beautiful. But what I see, and I think what our audience sees, you didn't see at the time, which is a beautiful, happy moment. How do you describe what you saw
I,
when you first got those photos?
I felt mortified when I got them back. I was embarrassed. I thought that I looked too big and I did not want to post them on Facebook, specifically the ones that you could see my full body.
Mm.
Those were the ones that I really was ashamed of and nervous to show other people.
Thank you so much, Juan, for joining us. I love hearing how proud you are of Hannah. Hannah, so when you first got the TikTok account, you were, I think you said, holding yourself accountable for weight loss. That was the goal.
Yeah, that was the original goal with my first post on TikTok.
And what do you mean by holding yourself accountable? Were you supposed to say, I look good this day, I don't look good? How was that in your mind going to play out?
I was going to post my weekly weigh-ins with my followers. I was planning to post some of the things I eat in a day and hold myself accountable that way with my followers.
And then it turned into you hitting the dance challenge, then you're moving and you're grooving, and then you feel like, okay, I'm in my groove now. How was that for you? Because it was the first time, it sounds like, in your life you felt that kind of self-love, self-appreciation.
It was so freeing and empowering. It felt like I was finally doing the things I want to do and doing them for me, not for anybody else.
I love it. And in the process, Juan, you're watching her, and then she's posting the swim video, because I know you wouldn't swim with the kids. You didn't want swimsuits. You didn't even want to be photographed with them. And then, Juan, she's putting it all on TikTok. How did that, I mean, when you look at the woman that you married who didn't want to show her wedding photo, and now the fun she's having, how does that help her as a mom in relating to the kids especially?
It just helped out immensely. It's like night and day, especially, with the kids. Because, yes, before she was just always so scared of, taking pictures with the children or, playing with them out there and swimming. But now it's just, there's no more fear. She's just taking it there day by day and just, living life.
I love it. So, Hannah, obviously, TikTok was the social media platform, but what did you get from therapy and this self-journey you think can help others? Because everybody don't want to be on TikTok, let me just tell you, or create a social media account.
Yeah.
So what do you feel was the secret to finding that love?
Really, it was when I started going to therapy, and my therapist suggested a support group with other women who struggle like I do with an eating disorder and these insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in that group, that's when I truly felt so empowered, because there's other people out there who are struggling just like I am.
So you found
So
that finding
was-
a support system and sharing that with other people helped you recognize you're not alone.
Yes.
And then you become friends with Lizzo, which I'm so envious of. You're on social media, and Lizzo liked one of your videos. What did that mean for you?
That my heart was beating so fast when I saw Lizzo and her little blue check mark. She is someone I admire so much.
Mm-hmm.
She is the epitome of self-love to me. She is a larger woman out there loving herself,
Yeah.
doing these amazing things. She is such an inspiration.
She really is. And Juan, I know that Hannah loves to dance, and she, in the TikTok challenge dance, had me just, my jaw was on the ground. She's getting it. Does she make you do the TikTok dances? Because that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, she's been trying to, and actually just recently she got me into do one of the new ones. They just did a new trend one, and I really don't like to do it all that much at all. But if it fits, I'm down with it, and give me a look, I'll do it.
Well, you know what? And the reason I ask you that, Juan, is because at the beginning of the show, we say, if you can't love yourself, how can you love others? And her finally loving herself becomes infectious throughout the family. And that's what's so beautiful about it, Hannah. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.